Say uno, dos, tres. Come on, let's have a party. Now all young ladies. Your body. Now all young men, enemy or friend, well if you hurt me once, brother, I'm back again. Here on the scene, and I wasn't sent, and I'm not alone. I'm with the president. This president's hip, all so funky. I'll make you move like a disco monkey. You'll shiver, shake, and your back might break, but do it anyhow. See what you take. So I keep freaking while I'm speaking. Dance, young ladies, see your knees start moving. Cause I got the style and class to go with it. I'm numero uno, don't you forget it. I dance all night. Just keep it step, and if enough people watch, you might gain the rest.
So get some news tonight, man. Been a lot of crazy.
You say the young ladies on my mind. You're the one so sweet, you're the one so fine. The ones you give my attention to. You make me do some of the things I do. You walk with style, you dress a profile. I look at you and I can't help but smile. Or say hello or how do you do. And what I say might not face you. But one thing, girl, and you got to be the thing. Too many men fight like me. Cause I can look at you staring in your eyes. And I won't say a word, but I'll hypnotize. Mind your body and your soul. And you'll be under my control. I'm not bragging, this is making it clear to all the young ladies that I'm here. Can you hear me? Well, can you hear me? Well, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Well, let's go.
Yeah, man. Peace and blessings to y'all. It's your boy Big C, man, with my old ass up in the building, man. Got my goddamn hearing aids on, man. My hearing aids, it was beep beep beep. I don't know what the fuck is that. My goddamn hearing aids sound like a goddamn fire engine was coming. Nigga, oh. Anyway, man, we're gonna get into this news, man. It's been a lot of craziness going on in the Bay Area. You know, that gangster rap, boy. We're gonna talk about the boys in Vacaville with gangster rappers who carried out their mission and went to prison. You know, that's the only way you're gonna go. You keep on projecting that energy, man. You know, they ain't gonna let you get off, man. And then we also gonna talk about T.I. and Tiny and getting themselves in the R. Kelly situation. It's not good. You know, don't it seem like every time the government, one of these white folks getting in some big trouble, don't it seem like they put a nigga in jail? Every time I remember the last time when Trump got impeached, or when the Russia probe, R. Kelly went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's some government stuff going on. It's Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, now it's T.I. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to fight his way out of this. But and then we also gonna talk about Robinhood. A lot of y'all probably heard about all those hedge funds that lost a lot of money with Robinhood. Yeah, T.I., he's trying to come up. City Survivor say he was in Monster Hunter. Yeah, you know, he's an aspiring rapper trying to come up, trying to do his thing. You know, he's trying to handle his business. He got a lot of ventures. You know, they had that the show on you know, the live show. They got the museum out there in Atlanta. They got a lot of stuff going on. T.I. was hosting or co-hosting a lot of these music venues and stuff like that. So when you get hot like that and they get somebody in that arena, they're like, well, who can we get? That's why Jay-Z and Beyonce be quiet. You know, you notice they don't make too much noise because they know that these folks will be on their helmet, you know. So you got to walk a tightrope dealing with these people. They're sacrifice. It's an evil thing up in that hierarchy up there, man. But I want to read some to y'all, man, from The Root. This is the root.com talking about T.I. and Tiny deny egregious sexual abuse allegations and threaten to sue. So it's a woman that was I guess she was a close friend of Tiny. And we all know, man, when these people are in these love triangles, they doing some freaky deaky stuff. And one thing about it, people learn from other people's mistakes. And I don't think T.I., he don't seem like a dummy. You know what I'm saying? So what they're saying is that they was getting strippers and introducing them into their bedroom. Now, that's not uncommon for a lot of adults. You go online, you can get in a freaky situation. They got different groups that you could join, and you got the Power Exchange over in San Francisco. People are having sex. That's not nothing new. This is heterosexual sex. You don't never hear gay people get entangled in none of this. And I was a HIV test counselor in Alameda County, and I tell you, I've interviewed people who had. I asked them a question like, "How many sex partners have you had in the last 12 months?" 50, 60, 70, 100. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about gay males having over 100 sex partners, 50 sex partners. So you never hear none of that. It seems like it's they targeting um, natural sex. And when you go to the strip club, Atlanta is a strip club um, king. A lot of these folks, they're doing all this coke, they're doing the meth and the pills. Man, come on, man, that stuff make you freaky. You know what I'm saying? So we know what's going down. Just like with Bill Cosby in the '70s. I'm old enough to remember when my mom then was going out to the clubs. My mom, she'd used drugs, but she'd tell me they'd be taking bennies, uppers and downers. It was like a normal thing. And it was another thing, that a value. You know what I'm saying? So they was taking, they probably like it was nothing. So Bill Cosby actually is in jail for a broad taking the Valium or a Benny. And that's not even nothing. You know what I'm saying? And for them to say that he raped that ugly ass man, I don't believe it. So a lot of that has to do, you got to look at these things, man. They put these people in these positions, and what are you doing up around this man and his wife? Why are you in their bedroom? It must be, I know for one, if I go into, for one, I'm a man, so I'm not going to go into my partner and his wife's bedroom. But as a female, a lot of couples, they like that, they like those threesomes. So if a woman is that close in a person's bedroom, just like Desiree that went up there with Mike Tyson and the girl that went up with Kobe, I just believe that you know where you're going and you shouldn't be in that area if you're not going, if you're not doing nothing. A lot of niggas, ain't no bad, horrible looking niggas gonna have no fine ass women in their room. You know what I'm saying? A woman will be like, nah, I'm going home. I don't know what we gonna do in there. You know what I'm saying? They not going for that shit. So a lot of that shit is bullshit. But the woman, let's read this. You may have gotten wind of some allegations that have been swirling across the internet about Atlanta-based rapper T.I., whose real name is Clifford Harris, and his wife Tamika Tiny Harris. Sabrina Peterson, reportedly a former friend of the Harris family, shared a post on Instagram. See, Sabrina Peterson, she sell a lot of weed. I went to her Instagram. She got bags of weed and fields. She got a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? She must be a weed kingpin out there in Atlanta. And then she must, sometimes they get in them threesomes, them triangles, and feelings get involved. Some feelings must have got involved and they fell out. So now Sabrina is recruiting a lot of girls, like she recruited hella girls to say these allegations allegedly that T.I. them molested them. How the hell you gonna molest? And most of them is strippers and prostitutes. If you in the strip club stripping, showing your ass for cash, you gonna give up some monkey for some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's just straight up. Peace and blessings to Buffalo Soldier 716. So a lot of that stuff we gotta be careful, you know. And they, like I said, whenever these white folks get in a lot of trouble, a nigga go to jail. Somebody going to jail, a black person, a high profile black person. So she followed that up by using her Instagram story to share messages from more than 30 women alleged that T.I. and his wife forced them to take drugs and sexually abused them. Forced them to take drugs and sexually abused them. And they say Tiny was the ringleader. Now, I'm not gonna go into that no more. That's some bullshit, man. And then you look on her thing, she is taking a lie detector test. No, she's taking a lie detector test. Now, I told you, man, with this sexual stuff, people talk about the Muslims, but the Muslims, they believe in having more than one wife, right? They believe you can have more than one wife. And when you doing all the sexual stuff, you're inviting all these spirits into your household. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these spirits ain't got your good intentions. Most of them don't. You know what I'm saying? So you're trading spirits with people. So I would suggest that one, the Quran say one is best for you if only you knew. So all that sexual stuff, man, brothers need to get a hold of themselves and stick to their woman and leave all that stuff alone. And if he did it, they're gonna book you. A brother, they ain't letting no brother get away with nothing. They let these white folks go raid the Capitol and do all the crazy stuff they do, but they ain't gonna let no Negroes get away with nothing. So, I just I wish him the best. He needs to clean this and get his lawyers together because he in for a fight. Now, in other news, man, did you hear what happened in Vacaville? Did you see the video? Fact, sex crimes. Yeah, they gonna get convictions and long sentences too. But did you hear what happened in Vacaville, man? You know what I'm saying? People love and worship celebrities. The rock and roll lifestyle is nothing new, been going on and will continue to. I'm telling you, Midwest Corp, you ain't said nothing wrong, man. Elvis was doing it. Shit, back in the day, John Wayne and them would just slap they broad and drag him up in there with him. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump grabbed him by the pussy. He got about 30 allegations of sexual misconduct. They ain't doing nothing to Donald Trump. So it is, that's why, people gotta the truth, throw truth and falsehood up at each other, man, and truth will bust falsehood's head every time. I try to stay away from all that shit. I don't listen to rap music no more because it ain't the old same music that we grew up listening to, the EPMD, Public Enemy, where we learned from the music, X-Clan. They kind of killed that off, and the kids they don't get that what we had. It was an education, So I don't listen to rap music, man. I'm listening to jazz. I listen to old school R&B, old school soft rock, all the shit, man. But that rap music, it's a couple of youngsters that I hear and I tune in. But other than just constantly listen to it, it's like it'll numb your head, and I can't get none. They was talking to Lil Wayne today, right? And he had an interview, and Lil Wayne just got out. He got the partner and everything, right? Lil Wayne, they asked him where he was at. He didn't even know where he was at. So he had to ask one of his folks, where we at? He said, we in Miami. But he didn't know. He woke up, this nigga so high, he got one of them cups. He's still sipping on them cups. And he has seizures. Yeah, man. Yeah, so the dudes in they're part of Mozzie crew. Mozzie is a Sacramento rapper. Mozzie got the dreads. He got a couple hits. They're part of Mozzie crew. I think the guy name is Uzi something, but his brother name is Zenny, and his brother was in the house with two little white girls. They say they were underage too, and he went on live on the video, and you could tell he off meth or coke or everything, but he's high as hell, and he got these bodies just laying there, and he's poking the bodies, playing with the bodies, got his pistol, but it seemed like he done shot all his bullets out his guns because there's no bullets in his gun, and they end up, the SWAT team hit it and tore his ass up, took him to jail. But you know, that shit is unfortunate, man, because that's the state of rap music. Everywhere around the country, we hearing stories like that. And I think Indianapolis last week, another rapper killed 5 of his family members. You know, and these are little poop butt boys. You know, these kind of niggas, you'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here. They turn around and shoot you. You know, so there's no morals, no principles, no nothing, no respect, nothing in the rap music. And I think I heard what Charleston White talking. You know, a lot of stuff he say I like, but he needs to tone down his rhetoric because he's attacking too many people. But a lot of what he's saying is right. You know, the rap music is not, it's not good for our kids. I don't want my son to even listen to that, you know? So, yeah, they went up in the house. They got him. He got the 2 bodies up in the house. He said his little brother set him up, but he was just delusional off the meth, I think, or whatever drugs he was on. But if you look at their category of songs, they got songs, all their songs is about killing, shooting, and what they'll do to somebody, you know? So, once you talk about when you talk about it, you know, you call death, you know, death comes. When we as Black people allowed and defended NWA and gangster rap period, we might have been wrong. We was wrong. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I used to be a rapper, man. I put out an album in '94 called Next to Kin, and that's what we used to rap about because I was in the streets back then. I was a youngster, and we was in the streets in East Oakland every day, and we was in grinding and all that stuff. And I went to prison, and we wasn't able to really do nothing with the music. But the last time I got out of prison, my cousin was making a studio for us, and he made a studio for us in West Oakland, and he got killed in the studio, and I stopped rapping. You know, I was like, man, I'm tired. I ain't, you know, that fucking shit killed my cuz. He was in his prime. He was a high school quarterback on his way to. He could have went to the NFL, and you know, I just was like, man, I don't want to create that energy because I believe that the words and stuff that we leave on this earth follow us when we gone. So I'd rather leave something positive to follow me so it can multiply my good deeds. So yeah, I stopped rapping, and I believe Tupac, all that shit. When Tupac and NWA and the West Coast gangster music, Snoop and all that shit, it really fucked up the rap world, you know. So we have to fix it, you know. And a lot of us, even Snoop, them, about Short, you know, a lot of them mentor the young artists. So hopefully we could get some good out of it. But as of now, we got the drill music coming out of Chicago, where you know, you listen to FBG Duck, and it's like his last song, Dead Niggas or Dead Bitches. Man, it's like a horror movie. You know, like one of the Mexican cartel um, decapitation movies. You know what I'm saying? Or videos. But you know, it's just too much, man. It's too much negativity, and we got bigger fish to fry as a community. We need a better environment to raise our children, or we're in jeopardy of being ran out of here, man, enslaved, ran amok, ran over, and our kids is gonna be saying the same complaints that we saying 20 and 30 years from now. You know, when we out of here, our kids gonna have to go through the same struggles that we going through because we're not advancing as a community. You know, so I don't listen to that shit and I don't promote it, you know, but The boys in Sacramento, terrible. It was terrible. That was some of the, that's some of the most groups. That's something that we say the white kids do. Now the black kids doing it. So it's got to be wrong. If we living like that, it's ugly. And on other things, I'm gonna move on from that. And on other things, man, the stock market. We got to look at that stock market. All them kids came together, all them gamers, you look at our kids like, boy, get your ass off that game. All you do is play that damn game. And my son, he's 8, and he play Roblox, and that's the next thing they say. Roblox is about to go, public. You might want to get some money on that. And autonomous vehicles, Waymo and Google, all that. That's about to go public. So you might want to look into Robinhood. But the thing about Robinhood, I went and tried to put some money on GameStop, and they wouldn't let me. So they got a class action lawsuit against Robinhood, and which is rightly so, because they let the hedge funders do all they wanted to do, but they didn't let us just regular people get into that. So the hedge funders, they got their money, and Michael Jordan and one of the owners of the Charlotte Hornets, they lost a lot of money. One of the owners is filing for bankruptcy. So they lost a lot of money. They lost billions of dollars. But the youngsters on these on Reddit and these little social media platforms, they came together, and that's a shame. All them kids came together like that. Black folks been complaining for all these years. We ain't never thought of no shit like that. That's the danger in being fucked up like how we are and disconnected. They kept the small day traders out of the trading. Yeah, man, I couldn't get in, and shit, I want to be a part of the lawsuit. Shit, I got evidence. I tried to put a little couple dollars up in there, and they denied me. So yeah, man, we gotta stay on top of our things. But just think, man, if all those kids, they came together like that, it's a shame that we are so divided that we can't come together like that, So just think on that, man. In your circle, reach one, each one teach one. If you could, build up your community, or your household. It might be your little cousin, your nephew, or your sons, or whatever, and y'all get on the team, man, and work together. Because that's the only way we're gonna get to where we need to get, if we all learn how to work together, eat together, pray together, stay together, and until we make that a foundation of how we get down, we're gonna have trouble, because we can't trust each other, and we can't. Black folks can't stand each other. It's like, if I go to Chicago, if I go to New York, if I go to LA, I should be welcome as a brother. Hey, brother, how you doing? Let me show you around, or not show me around, but point me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Instead of niggas looking me up, sizing me up, trying to see how they can handle me or something like that. And that's what the boy Charleston White. If y'all got some time, man, go check out Info Wars, Charleston White, and Hassan Campbell. I think that was a great interview that they gave, and a great insight. They had a lot of good stuff to say about the state of our society right now, and it's talking about that music. Charleston White been kicking up a lot of dust. I like a lot of stuff that he say, but he said something about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I don't like that. And he said some stuff. About a lot of people, but a lot of stuff he say is true. And it'll give you an insight of where he come from. I think the boy come from Fort Worth, Texas, but he got a little slave mentality, and we ain't going out like no slaves. I come up with revolutionaries to the point of, where I was at, we weren't funky with a lot of niggas. We would funk with the police. You know what I'm saying? We was knocking the police out, fighting the police, shooting everything when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'd had a partner named Hot Lips, man. Hot Lips had a fight with the whole task force. He broke noses and jaws and knocked a couple out. They got him, but that's what we was about. We was like, man, we gonna give these fools the business. And we tried to be more revolutionized because we was up under that Black Panther movement, up under that Huey P. Newton and all that stuff. And we was taught by some soldiers to be men, you know, and we knew that drug game wasn't gonna stay around, and we knew that it was a trap. But we was trying to get as much as we could before it collapsed, so we could have those millions to start our own businesses and run our own communities. But as you know, they came in with the war on drugs and the prison bill, and they sent a lot of us to prison. A lot of us went and didn't get it, but a lot of us got it. You know what I'm saying? And right now, like I say, man, we upstanding citizens. That was I never trade my history for nothing. Like, it is what it is. That's what I lived through. But I'm here today to help and tell the youngsters the right way, you know, as much as possible, because a lot of these niggas don't listen. But yeah, y'all be easy, man. I'm gonna end it off. You know, I started off with my music, my boy Spoonie G. A lot of y'all ain't up on that, man. But this that old school East Oakland music, man. I love this shit. Where's Spoonie at? Salute to Buffalo Soldier, man. Midwest Corp. Y'all be easy out there, man. Thank you for checking me out. I just come around. You know, it's COVID time. Everybody catching COVID-19. So I sit my ass in the house and make videos sometimes. So God bless y'all. And don't throw our people up under the bus, man. I'm not so fast to convict Tiny and T.I. It was home. Peace, blessings.
Even exist to tell you the truth, or at least this time in my prime, you